Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How are you doing? Ding, 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 ding. Glaring mistakes were made. It's on my screen right now. Oh boy. Oy vey. Luckily, it wasn't a big mistake. Just a little small mistake. A little tiny boo boo. Goonie Google. Gus, your wife's a Bigfoot, Gus. What the F is Goonie Google? Old school comedy for you. I think no one know what I'm talking about. Jason might know. All right. Ding, ding, ding. Let's get into this. Goonie Google. All right. BMNR is the mistake I made. I'm not really sure. This is a dumb Ethereum holding company I got into. Very small position. Very, very small. I got caught up in a little bit of Chicken Genius hype, a little bit of Tom Lee hype. Kathy Woods is buying. Peter Thiel is buying. This one will still probably work out. I'm not sure. They said they're buying. I'm seeing that they're buying $1 billion worth of shares back. And I'm also seeing they did they're offering shares. Jason in the house, silver platters. I would just say Goonie Goo Goo. Do you know what that's from, right? Goonie Goo. What the F is Goonie Goo Goo? Anyway, yeah. So they're down big. They were down like $5 in after hours, another couple now. We'll see how this plays out. I'm not enjoying being down money, but it's only, you know what I'm saying? It's a Goonie Goo Goo amount. All right, Coinbase up a couple bucks after being 10 toes down, destroyed yesterday. Ethereum and Bitcoin, man. This crypto is driving me to the insane asylum, dude. Ethereum would get over 3,800. Bitcoin would get over like 118, 118.2, and then it would just out of nowhere drop $600, and Ethereum would drop $100. Then it would go back up, and then it would drop. And then my Twitter timeline is just filled with so much bullishness, like, oh, this company's buying Bitcoin, this company's buying Bitcoin, this company's buying Bitcoin. Everyone's buying Bitcoin except the price is down from all-time highs. So, you know. Rocket Lab, flat. Still waiting for my covered calls to come in. Coinbase and Hood have earnings on Thursday. I think Hood's tomorrow. Yeah, Hood's tomorrow after the bell. Yuck. And Coinbase is Thursday after the bell. I hate after the bell earnings. JT in the house. How you doing, brother? We sit around all day waiting for earnings. JT, how you doing, brother? Good morning, 8 balls. Green dots, we're above the track line. Bitcoin pushing 119. ADA over 80 again. We're not at crypto yet. Let's cool our horses. Doing good. Gonna do some painting today. What are we painting? We painting in the warehouse? Painting some fences? Or painting the house? Inside, outside? What do we got? Outside, but it's probably not outside. You're complaining about how hot it is out there. About 1,000 shares. Bought 1,000 shares AMD before the close yesterday. It's working out pretty good. You're a little late to that one, brother. Cardi B's talking about taking some profits. I don't hate the AMD, but I've been saying to buy this since like down here, bro. That's pretty like, I mean, is there some upside? Sure. Sure. I don't know. I don't hate it. Painting some doors. The front door and the side door needs attention. Are we talking oil? Oil-based paint? All right, Coinbase. S&P up 15, NASDAQ up 154. Russell IWM up a point. The dollar up 44 cents. The dollar Tutaka. Dollar moving back up. Moving on up. Bonds up 14 ticks to 113.19. I think being long bonds is a pretty good play. Volatility down another 24 cents. The SPX M2 kind of flatlining, which is good. Gold up $2. Silver down 5 cents. Coin up $1. Hood up 35 cents. SoFi up 340, 350. They had some okay earnings. I don't know about being up 350 type earnings, but whatever. The market can be irrational longer than you can stay solvent. MicroStrategy flat. Tesla down $4. Circle up $4. Step flat. Jimmy $23. UNH 268. They went down on earnings. Metaplanet $8. Not looking so hot there, chicken. Coin in the house. How you doing, brother? Oh boy. Good to see you, brother. BMNR starting to make a grind back up. Look how much. I mean, at least I didn't buy it at 150. Palantir 160, kind of flatlining. Microsoft in the stratosphere. They have earnings Wednesday. Nvidia in the stratosphere. CoreWeave getting cheap. Ricky's thinking about nibbling. Although it's kind of fallen out of a bull flag. I don't know that he said below 110. I don't know, bro. I would let this one. IPOs, man. Sometimes IPOs, usually IPOs, they go up and then they go down and they recover. This has some AI hype on it. I don't know. This one, I'm not sure. Coin toss that you're right. But don't listen to me. I'm only right some of the time. I was wrong so far on BMNR. The good thing about BMNR, kind of smacks a little bit in that, Tom, you're not always going to pick them. I didn't call this a silver platter. Don't get that twisted. I said it was a degen move. But every time I do degen shit, I get degen burned. Every freaking time, bro. Now, can I hit one degen play? Just one? I don't know. That's probably worse. Probably make me do it more than I already do. All right, this is pretty boring. Neo, like here's one Ricky shouldn't have listened to me on. Neo's doing well. Don't ask me why. Space is coming back down to Earth. One DGen would probably be worse. Yep. Yep. I'm not YOLOing into DGen shit. I'm getting too old for that. I'm like Rex putting his life savings into some freaking pump.fun shit. Lucid 267. Oof. So much for that partnership deal they had. Rocket Lab. Is that the Fibby? Lunar down a bit. STS pulling back. All these had a nice little launch, and everyone's like, Shardy B's like, oh, the reason Coinbase Hood and Rocket Lab are down is because Kathy Woods is selling. I'm like, no, dude. Kathy Woods is not selling enough Coinbase to move the freaking price of that. It's like a $90 billion stock, bro. It's Coinbase is down, just like I said yesterday. It got up to $460, and some people are taking profits, and there's some short interest has gone up. I wonder if some of them shorts will start covering before earnings, maybe. And then Hood's not really pulling. Hood went up to 114 for like 12 minutes. Rocket Lab went from 25 to 50, and now it's at 45. Like, do you really think Kathy Woods sell pressure? And she sells because Rocket Lab 2x, Hood 2x, Coinbase 2x. Her portfolio, you go to the ETFs and it says ARK whatever, like all the different ETFs. This ETF is 12% Tesla, 10% Coinbase. Well, when Coinbase 2X now Coinbase is like 15% of the portfolio. They have to sell, bro. I hate all the tweets that are like, Kathy Woods is buying and Kathy Woods is selling. Like, all you have to do is go see what's in the ETF. As the price goes down, they buy. As the price goes up, they sell. It's a percentage. They've already figured out their strategy. Sometimes they'll move us. That's when you're like, oh, they moved a stock out or they moved a stock in. Not to mention the fact her performance has been abysmal. She was the talk of the town, the belle of the ball during COVID because Tesla was doing really well. And I don't think any of the ARCs have, I think they've, hasn't been that great. So who gives a shit about Kathy Woods? Like, I like her. She seems like a really smart chick. She knows she's all about fintech and robots and Tesla. We're on the same page, bro. You should be worried about what I'm buying and selling, not what Kathy Woods is buying and selling, bitch. All right, Ethereum 3850. Come on, Ethereum. Let's just get the 4K and beyond, bro. Bra 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 bra. Bra 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 bra. Not much state of decay on my Rocket Lab. Link 1820. Some pitchforks in the chat. People are really upset with my last silver platter call. They're treading water. Relax, son. We got plenty of time. Worst case, you're broke even. I think Farnswoggle might be down 20 cents. Bro, if you want to take your losses on Link right now, I'll pay the difference. Unless it's over like $200. Look, if you want to sell now and take your loss, I'll send whatever you want for lunch, bro. Within reason. Wallpapers can, that's old news. BTC continues to build its base for launch. IMO. All about that base. I don't know. Let's get into crypto. Someone said that all these cryptos are just building nice new bull flags. I even have the bull flag there. Like, this is a no-brainer. Just a heads up, if you're eating watermelon, don't... Why? What? Why? Bro? You can tell. Let's just make a random comment, because you know I eat watermelon. Slow play. And what's too much? And over what time frame? Let's grind the show to a halt. Not saying this happened to me, but apparently it can... Oh, give me a break, dude. What a little bitch. I don't know how much watermelon you're eating to get have the shits. I mean, come on, bro. I thought you were going to tell me it was like full of some toxic shit that... Or, you know... Oh, speaking of... Get your predictions in for my blood pressure. His name is Victor Creed. What are you talking about? Who the hell is Victor Creed? Let me tell you, I'm going to increase my intake of watermelon because I need the help. I ate half a water and regret. Dude, there is no way the watermelon, there's no way that you ate half a watermelon and regretted it immediately. There's no way you ate half a watermelon and immediately had the runs. You're exaggerating. Known as Sabretooth. Is this some Fantastic Four shit or something? Some Wolverine shit? Didn't you go to a Fantastic Four? Like, what are you talking about? Watermelon's supposed to help get erection? I mean, I don't know, bro. Where's all this nonsense coming from? Like, we've 101 over 77. That seems a little low. Isn't the white part of the water that gives you the laxative? Oh, I don't know. Who the hell eats the white part? Are you eating the white part? Wolverine's brother? Like, what are we doing in chat? JT's over here Touretting up fucking Wolverine. While Kurt's bragging that he got the runs. It's the sugar that gives you the erection or the shits? I've never had an issue. Boom, boom, boom. Let me say way-ho. Kurt eats some watermelon and boom, boom, boom. Get out of my way. Oh. 122 over 79. Been getting them cortisol levels in check, son. White part of watermelon. Yes, it is, dude. All right. Enough of this stupidity in chat. Total crypto market cap 3.85. Excuse me as I pick my nose. Bitcoin 2.36 trillion. Bitcoin dominant 61. The first reading was like 155 over 90. Interesting. Ironic that you asked that. And then later the doctor came in and took it and it was like 124 over 75 or something. He said it was probably just white coat syndrome. I'm like, oh, someone just said that earlier this morning to me. Who knows, bro? Like both of them did it weird. Like they just put it on my cuff and it was like part of it was on the elbow joint, which I don't think that's a very good way to get a reading. The paint I'm using is called Super Paint, and I don't think it's oil. Shit costs $90 a gallon. Gee, mini Christmas, bro. Aren't you supposed to use oil-based paints on doors? $90 a gallon seems super paint. F is super paint. Okay, chat's just getting out of hand. Now we're talking about buffets. Super paint interior. Super paint. $90 a gallon seems ridiculous. Our insurance, or I mean, inflation's out of control. Velez in the house. Good morning, brother. What color are you doing the door? All right, Bitcoin 118.7. Super paint is what they actually use on the White House. Oh, so they're wasting our tax dollars. ADA 79, Ethereum 3840, Link 1807, Ondo 97, Litecoin 109, Solana 182. Yesterday I learned that there was a Solana ETF. Like, what? Where was this news? One of them's like a 2x. Oh yeah, this one's a 2x. I don't know anything about these or liquidity. I wouldn't trade them. Why is no one really talking about these? Like all the Solana people. I know the Grayscale got halted, or like delayed. But is 2-star liquidity? Does it have options? Yeah, it does. 78% IV. There's really not much volume in these options. And you can drive a truck through those spreads. $1.05 to $4. You nibbled on some Trump. Yeah, I know you got it at Sherwin-Williams. Oh, they're not. Yeah, because I looked up Super Paint and it said Sherwin-Williams. We literally. Uh-oh. Everything went red. What the hell's going on here? The NASDAQ turning? Gosh darn it, bro. Can't we just have a nice crypto rally? Can't we just go up for like 3 months straight? I Ramble Time. I'm so sick of bleh. Get off the I'm getting ready to just get off the mic and have a Trump tantrum. Rage around the house like a little baby. Oh, look at this. Shardy B sold her AMD, took some profits, but looks like it's pumping. Big Dick JT wins again. JT's the one slinging silver platters. Where are you, AMD? Come on, bro. JT was walking through a doorway as I talked about this and immediately got wedged because his penis engorged. It's up $6 today. What was your cost basis? Look, good for you. A microphone check. JT used to get tired of winning all the time. Good question. All I do is lose. Boom, boom, boom. Link 18. Get the pitchforks out, boys. I'm legit kind of in a bad mood. $100,000 salary in January 2020 has the same buying power as $124,000 in April 2025. I've received raises, but not to the tune of $24,000. Some years you fall behind, some years you get ahead. Home prices cooling fast. Okay, Tampa, San Fran, Dallas, and Denver are down. Big deal. So if I blow out numbers, I expect something similar to Hood and Coin. Who can live off 100,000 a year? Are you serious? $100,000 a year is like, come on, bro. That's like 75% of the people in the U.S. live off less than that. No, you don't have 300 grand in the bank. You're a loser. Sharpfleet Gaming has acquired ETH. Okay, you post this same in Ohio, 100K annually is like $500,000. I don't know. $500,000 in San Fran, maybe. I can't imagine the cost of living in North Carolina is high. South Carolina, the state next door, is like cheapest cost of living in the United States. All the rich people live in North Carolina and all the poor people live in South Carolina. Top 15 supplements. Creatine, omega-3s, collagen, taurine. I don't take ashwagandha. It gives me berberine. I don't take melatonin. I don't take that. I don't even know what. I don't take hyaluronic acid. What the is that? A natural substance. Ooh, I kind of like what that says it does. In Ohio, you can still find 2-bedroom apartments for $900. Yeah, but who wants to live in a 2-bedroom apartment? North Carolina has cheaper taxes. Come on, bro. That's about it. You want to compare it to the cost of living in California? There's not going to be a contest. How much do you pay? How much is your energy bill per like kilowatt or whatever? My shit's 40 cents, bro. Like 43 cents a kilowatt hour. You're probably at like 10 cents or 8 cents. Taxes 12%. My electric bill is only $350 a month. I mean, and you have a way bigger house and a pool. In California, that'd probably be $1,500, bro. If not like more. We got some new ones rolling out. Just in, BlackRock says crypto stablecoins could strengthen U.S. dollar dominance. No shit, Sherlock. Who's been saying for years that the United States needs to get behind crypto because Bitcoin is a matter of national security and stablecoin dominance is a matter of the U.S. dollar and national security. They have $800 in California. It'd be $4,000. How much do you pay per kilowatt hour? Jack Mallers plans to add 5,800 Bitcoin. All these companies buying Bitcoin. You'd think there'd be no Bitcoin left. I'm so freaking hungry. Been doing this, started this peptide, Imperellin and CJC, some shit. You can't, and so I have to really stay on point. Like I was kind of doing it anyway, but you can't. So I'll eat dinner at like 4:30 or 5 and not eat a effing thing the rest of the night. And then fast all night. And then so I take the shots at 8 in the morning and 8 at night. You got to do fasted and you don't want to eat after taking it. So basically I eat like 11 or 12 to 5. I'm tired of being hungry, bro. First world problems. I'm tired of being hungry. But I can eat all the food I can. Like, I don't have an issue. I'm not food. What do they call it? Food challenged? Oh, my goodness. I'm getting really excited for football, but the same shit happened last year, bro. All this stuff came out of camp that, oh, King Summit, whatever, King, what's his face, looks great at left tackle. He's a brick wall. His footwork's really good. And this player looks really good. And this player looks in like Justin Watson last year. This year it's Trey, what's his face? Saquon, something Thornton. And then how Simmons looks and this and that. But this is just like first week of padded practice, bro. That, oh, Josh Simmons looked great against Charles Omenihu. Bro, Charles Omenihu is not freaking Hutchinson and what's his face from Cincinnati and what's his face from those. You know what I'm saying? Last year, Kings looked good in practice and then went out and got his face melted by some of the top defensive ends in the league. Just embarrassed. The Chiefs have been impressed with first round pick Josh Simmons all summer. He's on track to start week 1. Yeah. Last week, they were impressed with Kings. He was on track to started week 1. By week 2, what's his face from Cincinnati rushed by him for like 50 sacks, and he got benched the rest of the season. So let's calm down. I hope Josh Simmons is our future Hall of Famer left tackle, but Barneswoggle, you out there? I need some air horn action. Takes care of those kind of bills. Only what kind of how financially responsible are you when you don't even know how much a kilowatt hour you pay? Barneswoggle, P. Horsetooth in the house. How you doing, brother? What's this weird shit you're posting in my Discord? Oh, is there a Jason? Alpha report. More like shit report. All right. 2-pager, big font. Let me sell this shit report to idiots. I can't even listen to his stream anymore. I just hop on and he just legit channel surfing like CNBC and MSNBC and listening and then giving us little 2 cents every now and then. It's a hack show, bro. Fed meeting tomorrow. Quick Kevin prediction is 1 rate cut signaled for September. Oh, wow. Barring very hot data for July, I don't believe the Fed will signal anything more than 1 cut in September and remain dependent. No cut tomorrow. If markets think 1 cut will one the start of a series of cuts. There can be some disappointment. Fed meeting this week may drop hints for the July labor report. Usually the market rises after the Fed, but we have jobs within 2 days, so this week is somewhat of a clearing event. Get the pass. Okay, dude. SoFi, credit, bullish, 6 blah, blah, blah. Surprised he didn't say something like, oh, I predicted SoFi. Trades, 568 support on the cubes. He just going off this right here because that would be 566. There's nothing at 568, bro. Just making shit up to look like he's smart. SMCI back to 71 if we can hold 59.43. All right. Holding 173 is critical for AMD. Holding 173 is critical for AMD. Well, there is nothing at 173, bro. Wait, let me adjust this. Maybe 170. Nothing's critical, especially at 173. Like, absolute. There's a couple gap fills on here. Ooh, there's a big gap fill way down there, bro. Circle and CoreWeave continue to bleed. I don't think Circle was bleeding. Yes, a little. It's cool to having the. No, I've tried it, bro. It just, I don't know. I used to didn't mind having him in the background, but I can't do it anymore. Look, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. My head today. Cautious for Fed and jobs data and talk, usually quite volatile. Okay, that's a freaking getting lower. And then, yeah, that's not an alpha report. That was a big waste of my time report. Nothing has changed on my posture. Still cautious, not taking any new positions. A lot of bitches out there. A lot of whiny bitches. All cautious and worried. I am really excited to see this Chiefs receiving core. My concern is can they give Mahomes enough time? And is he going to be a bitch with all quick short dump offs? One long pass a game, and then if it fails, he doesn't try anymore the rest of the game because he's a little bitch. Mahomes looks like he's in better shape. Maybe he laid off the silver bullets. There's no better team in Crippo. SBet, they're the ones buying Ethereum, I think. Is SBet on my list? I don't think they are. Maybe we need to change that. And he was all about BMNR. Are you flipping? Where is, I don't even think oh, there's BMNR. Go down a buck, Coinbase down 2. S&P up 10, NASDAQ up 80. SoFi up 350. Travis and yeah, they're still a thing, bro. What kind of nonsense question is that? They're gonna get married. Chris in the house. Good morning, brother. I was thinking about you because we were talking football. I think Denver's gonna have a down year, bro. I'm sure your defense is gonna be probably better, but offenses are gonna have a better idea of how to like handle your crazy overload run rush, blitz rush, and then I think more film on Bo Nix and sophomore slump. Broncos going to win the West. I will. Were you willing to put a bet on that, bro? Want to put it like a one Cardano bet on that or something? Nothing crazy. Because betting, like we could put a $200 bet on it, and if I were to win, $200 would be like big deal. But if I were to lose, I'd be pissed off. And it's not like losing $200 is a big deal, but losing's a big deal. I hate the loss more than I hate the fact that I'm losing, not that the dollar amount necessarily. Have a good one, JT. You're gonna go cut some grass? What the? I thought you were gonna paint some doors. Box breathing. No phone for 60 minutes. Just in, some bank says Ethereum treasury companies can buy 10% of all ETH. Market's not buying it. Bitcoin's down. Like back down to 118 too. Get a little pump, get a little dump. Accumulate. What's the RSI? I mean, the RSI on ETH is still like freaking 77. Why isn't that thing cooled off more? What is it on Bitcoin? Down to about 55. A little bit of Ondo. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing's gonna happen today. It's nothing. It's annoying because everyone's waiting for the stupid Fed announcement, and everyone knows what the Fed announcement is. So we got to wait till tomorrow, and there'll be some volatility, and the market will probably go down. We probably want it to go down after the announcement because it always reverses after. Or maybe we just hope it stays flat. Right now, it's a game of patience. Stock market's at all-time highs. All-time highs, bro. Literally at all-time highs right now. Today, the NASDAQ is at all-time highs. It's like it shows down, but it opened up. It opened up higher than it's ever been in the history of the NASDAQ. And then went up. So it opened, went up, it was green, and then it's down from the open. So this shows red, but it's up 68 points from yesterday. There's a gap. S&P. A little bit different story, but not much. It opened up higher than it's ever been, and it's currently basically at yesterday's close. All-time highs. All-time highs. How much higher? How much more can we squeeze out of this bitch? Like, we don't want it to go up too much, do we? How much is the NASDAQ up for the year? Oh my goodness, bro. Like, there should be some caution for sure. %39 for the year. Can't spell annual. Quick answer, bitch. Come on. $19.99. It did 101%. Oh, that's scary. Because guess when 1999 was? 1999. You guessed .com bubble. You guessed correctly. So I don't know that we want shit to get too much crazier. I've already got .com bubble vibes. Here's the .com bubble, bro. Back there, everything with the .com had a crazy valuation. You know what's happening now? AI and treasury companies, big crypto treasury companies. Scary, bro. So if this thing goes up another 60%, I'm definitely getting the F out of everything except my Bitcoin. Maybe even some of my Bitcoin. Like, who out there is telling you, where's that alpha report? Like, yeah, this shit's getting crazy. Sell everything. Kraken launches ADA perpetuals for 15 million traders. Yeah, except you need $10 million to trade it. That's some Dr. Payne alpha right there. I'm not leaving until my link 5 banger. Yep, you're doing it wrong. I'm leaving when the market says leave. And if I'm wrong about, I said it's a potential 5 banger. But if it's up 2x or 3x and the market says it's time to get the F out, I'm getting the F out. Like I've considered getting the F out now. But I don't think it's time. I'm scared. I'm freaking scared. Definitely cautious like Shardy B, bro. CNN is looking for this polar bear. The bad joke, of course, is this is not a polar bear. Stack while things are boring. Markets continue to be boring. As I've mentioned, never short or dull market. Where's some Meister been lately? Where's the fear and greed? It's pretty high. Bull market peak signals. Bitcoin dominance. I thought this had fear and greed on here. Bitcoin fear and greed index should have cooled off, but it's still at a 73. I think this is a pretty lame indicator. So you bought more Trump. Not really loving that. You shouldn't load, like, you should take your degen bet and just stick to it. You don't add to a degen bet when it goes down. That's how you lose your money. Will this work out for you? Maybe. But this is not a very smart way of trading. You want to take a little degen bet, that's fine. But you don't add to bad positions of shit coins. I'm thinking surprise rate cut tomorrow. Nope. No chance, bro. There is zero chance of a rate cut tomorrow. The main reason is bonds. The second biggest reason is because Powell does not give an F. Like, and I would say there's a negative 10% chance of a rate cut tomorrow. Could I be wrong? Yes, but probably not. That's the second bet I'll take with you. Broncos aren't winning the West, and there's no rate cut tomorrow. There's no weight cut tomorrow. Just in, Charles Hoskinson said Cardano can just in, no one cares. AVAX just printed a double top. It's about to crash hard. Okay. Did you know mouthwash can destroy the oral and has potentially causing high blood pressure? Uh-oh. I don't use this, but I use it to clean my mouth guard. Guess I'll just do a better job of rinsing it off. Ready to power the machines with blah, blah, blah. Depin Measty, blah, blah, blah. Happy birthday. Yeah, happy birthday, Lexi. Most important chart, Bitcoin versus gold, Yawn. Cardano ADA has a great future. Okay. Are the whales dumping ETH for ADA? That's such a clickbait. No, ETH whales, you're not dumping ETH for ADA, bro. This is so lame. Are whales dumping ETH for ADA? Question mark. This is just engagement farming. Since May, the top ETH holders, mostly exchange addresses, cut their share from 22% to 19%, offloading 2.9 million ETH. Big deal. And how do you know that they just didn't send it out to a cold wallet? From this perspective, Cardano currently looks more attractive, says analyst Wedson. Who the F is that clown? Stupid, bro. I gave reasons why I think it will do well this bull run yesterday. Let me recap. The midnight airdrop, I'll give you 3 good reasons. They got a massive Kool-Aid sipping community. And as new simps come in during a bull run, they're going to get on Twitter and a lot of people are going to be talking about ADA. And they're going to be, yeah, bro, let's buy some ADA. I believe this dumb shit. I'm new to crypto. I believe all this Kool-Aid they're slinging. Reason number 2, it's 78 cents. Simps are like, oh man, that's cheap. I can afford that. I can't afford 4,000, 5,000 for Ethereum or 120,000 for Bitcoin, but I can afford 78 cents. Just imagine if that Cardano goes to $100. Legit, people will think that. Man, this could 100x. Easy. 100x. 78 cents to $100. My $1,000 is going to turn into 100,000. Let's go, baby. Let's freaking go. Third reason, midnight airdrop. Fourth reason, crypto bull run. Altcoin season. Cardano will be just fine if there's an alt season. If not, you know, I do think we're going to get a next leg up, but maybe not till sometime in August. It'll be one of the largest, blah, 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 blah. Oh, Benjamin Cohen just started hosting a space. All right, I'll bite, bro. Selling your fiat just got easier. Simply buy crypto with that Samsung. I don't even know what that means. goodness, I've been muted. Ugh. I was basically telling you to buy Doge and Pepe and stop adding to a shit position. Yeah, you should have bought Link instead, and you would have been down money if you would have listened to me. Yeah, that's disappointing. $7.30. I'm not muted. I just don't have nothing to say. I just saw a cop crying in his car. LMAO. What a dick. Here's how a 22-year-old hedge fund manager manages 2 million. 2 million is like nothing, dude. That's not a hedge fund. I think you can call yourself a hedge fund with 2 million. Like, who are you doing it for? Your grandparents? UPS slam? Oh. We mentioned this yesterday. UPS can give you an idea of what's going on in the economy. People aren't buying shit, bro. Reported 155, estimate 156. Revenue reported 21, estimate 20. That's up. So I'm not sure why they're down. Did they give bad guidance or something? There's a chart that Ricky would typically like. I wouldn't hate, typically, this has been down ever since February of 22. Did they get Santa rallies? Yeah. That one didn't start till October. That was in 23, and then 24. They didn't. So, yeah. Stock hasn't seen an uptick in almost 3 years, 4 years. Microphone check. Check in. Coinbase down $2. BMNR down 4. Good down 53 cents. Rocket Lab almost getting ready to fill my order. 5 cents away, bro. Come on. Kind of tempted to sell this. Some of it. And then sell some puts, maybe. I'm kind of tempted to just sell everything and then just start selling puts like crazy. Coinbase, we could come over here and sell 300 puts, 5 of them, and make $3,500. Just bam. Good. Sell all 1,000 shares and then sell 95 puts. Another 5,000. Bam. What did I say on the first one? Like, so there's 5,000. And 8,000. Bam. Like that, bro. 8,000 in the hands better than 16,000 in the bush. Isn't that how the expression goes? Link. Ugh. Get the pitchforks out. Yeah, just turn the charts off, dude. Link, yeah, Link is being a dog, bro. This guy is gonna be talking about how like Bitcoin's
bear
gonna
market, Bitcoin dominance. You've been one of the only people that have been correct about how high that's going to go and keep.
shit platter. Yep. You see me panic selling my Link? I mean, I'm only up $154 on my trade. I didn't buy a lot, but I have conviction in it. This one, or you were to buy a little bit more, I wouldn't hate it. Yeah, a little bit below you, but I don't mind it here. Like, I wouldn't mind accumulating more here. I still think it's a silver platter. Like, Rocket Lab was a silver platter. I don't know if I'd still call it buying it now a silver platter. Well, I mean, Link and Ethereum both should be higher. What are you talking about? Bitcoin. Oh, wait to see if it hits 1790 after the spread. What spread? What oracle is even close? I don't know. Pith. Trump should be 8130. That's the dumbest comment of the day. Ding, 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 ding. Ricky makes the dumbest comment of the day. Locked. That one's locked. Won't be beat. That comment will not be outdone. The only person capable of making a dumber comment would actually be Ricky himself. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, a ding, ding. Ugh, this market is painful. We're such babies, bro. We're up money, but complaining that we're not up more. Like, no one in this chat's down on crypto, right? Overall, you're up. You're in profit. Is anyone overall down money in crypto right now? Raise your hand. Actually, don't, because that would be embarrassing. Oh, Velez said he bought the top last year. Right here. You're down overall in crypto? Crypto. If that's the case, you have not been watching this channel correctly. Velez, you still here? You down? Because you mentioned like buying at the top last bull run. But I know you bought more in the bear market. You were down on crypto. You're doing it wrong. You got to buy before the simps come. I watched so long for the first ever crypto given the name Silver Platter. I didn't call them out as silver platters, but I was buying Bitcoin, ETH, and Ethereum in the bear market. And actually, I called Ethereum a silver platter before Link. I think if you remember correctly, I called ETH a silver platter at 2,600. Check the tape. And that one's been just fine. So you waited, hesitated. It didn't give you any time because it immediately went up. It immediately went up. That day, it went up like 150, and the next day another couple hundred. And then you had a little bit of a chance, and then boom. You hesitated, and then you FOMO'd into Link because I had so many home runs in a row. Hood, Rocket Lab, and ETH were just 3 grand slams instantly. And that Ethereum one put you over the edge. And then you're like, okay. And what's those buffet returns? I mean, I'll take them. You get a bunch of buffet returns and your account gets pretty big. Like I'm waiting for some real, you want to taste my General Sal returns, but I'll take buffet returns until we get the General Sal. You know what I'm saying? You want to taste my General Sal? No, Bill Miller 4 explains why Ethereum and Solana won't win against Bitcoin. Okay, dude. All right, she's wanting to buy big names after they get hit on earnings, and she's looking at Spotify. You're out of your freaking mind. This is not something you should be looking to accumulate. Let's see, the last time this tanked on earnings. Hasn't really had a bad earnings in a while. Yeah, I wouldn't touch this right now. You're just gambling. She's just gambling. She hit some home runs out the gate. Now she just trying to adjust to some of the bad losses they've taken lately. And she's grasping at straws, bro. Mahomes to Royals. They got the beats going on in Kansas City's practices. Bitcoin treasury companies aren't a systemic risk. They're deploying conservative, intelligent leverage and are years away from true scale. Maybe. Maybe, bro. They have the potential to be a systemic risk, and they have the potential to Bitcoin goes into the stratosphere, and all the Bitcoin they accumulated now is just massive on their, like they're just sitting on trillions. there is the potential that some of these Bitcoin holding companies are sitting on massive fortunes in 4 years. But there's also the potential that we have a massive black swan liquidation type bullshit event and they just can't even make it to the next bull run. They get liquidated, they're levered up. They have to sell and it just makes it worse, and then it takes more down and it makes it worse, and then it takes more down. And then Bitcoin goes back down to like 30,000 and it's the end of the world again. Bitcoin ever goes back to 30,000, like sell both your kidneys. I saw that I think China or India 3D printed a working kidney. So sell both your kidneys and you can afford to buy the printer 4 years later. Continuing to bleed down a little bit. You want my buffet? All right, I'm going to wrap this up. I got to go take my peptide injection. Get a little sunny D. Get a little sunlight. You know what I'm saying? Market kind of sucks D anyway. I'm going to try not to look at the chart. Even if Ethereum and Bitcoin start going back up, it's just going to be a little bit of, oh, Ethereum's back over. Like last night, Ethereum went between 38.20 and 37.40. Just boring as hell right now, dude. Never short or dull market. Have a little patience. I feel like we're almost getting to the finish line. Stop adding stupid coins like Trump.